Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm here on Saddlebag Exchange to show you how I make millions of gil each week by doing practically nothing. All the links will be in the description, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing you'll want to do is go up to the right here and make sure that it is set to your data center and your server. Just make sure you put these in right quick. Press save. We're here at Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll be going under reselling trade searches today. As you can see, there are a lot of different presets that are already set up for you to look through if you want to. But today, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the top two right here, the Olivia's Furnishing items medium sell and her Consumable collectibles medium sell. These two presets were made by Olivia. She's a VTuber that used to make guild guides for Final Fantasy XIV. Fortunately, she hasn't been making videos lately, but she still has a great information on her site. So if you want, you can go check her out. A lot of the information on her sites are still viable to this day, but let's get started now. Both of these will make you a lot of gil by following them, but the collectibles medium sell will sell quicker. And so if you're starting out, I recommend using consumable collectibles first and then doing furnishing later if you have money and room left over. So let's go ahead and click on the consumables. Now you can see that there's a bunch of different search setups already put into the system to be able to search for. It's looking at 168 hours of last prices up on this site. That's a 1 week. It's only looking for items that have sold twice in the last week. Return of investment is that you're only looking at items that will get you 25% more return. That's basically there because the taxes on the market board will take 5% when you buy the item and then 5% when you sell it. So that's about 10% right there. And so you're still making about 15% if everything goes right. We're only looking at items that are selling for 30,000 or more. And we're looking for items with a minimum profit of 75,000. Now, I know these two don't correlate with each other, and that's because this one is here for items that are out of stock. It will still show us items because we have it underneath advanced searches. We have it set up so that we'll see items that are out of stock. So we're looking at items that are selling on average on our server for 30,000 or more. So it'll be under out of stock. And so also what we're looking underneath these advanced search title options, there's also a check mark here for a region-wide search. As I'm making this video, we still do not have access to other data centers than our own. Besides, in North America, we have Dynamis that we can still go to. Unless you're on Dynamis, sadly, you can only go to your own data center. Sorry. But they mentioned before Dawn Trail came out that they're going to open up the data center travel either at 7.01 or 7.05 the latest. 7.01 is on Tuesday, which is July 16th, and 7.05 will be coming out 2 weeks later on July 30th. So by the end of this month, we should have access to all of our data centers that we had available before Dawn Trail hit. And then also there's a check mark for include vendor prices. This will show us items that are selling above the vendor price on our server. Make sure that enable high quality only is not clicked because none of these items in this search are able to be high quality, so it would not bring anything back. The final thing I want to look at is the item filter. Now, if you see, there's a ton of stuff. We can click on everything. I don't recommend doing that because that's way too much information. Where we scroll down to the bottom and you'll see that we're in this search, it's only set up to show us minions, orchestrion roles, and restful miscellany. That's the mounts, barding, hairstyles, emotes, etc. These 3 items right here, these 3 settings will net you a lot of gil very easily with no issues. If you are looking for items that sell on the average quicker than the others, I would recommend getting rid of orchestrion roles because although they do sell well, they don't sell as fast as the minions and the registrables miscellany. Yeah, if you're looking for like your 7.5 million, you want to get it quick as possible for your motorcycle, I would get rid of the orchestrion role and just focus on minions and registrables. But I'm going to leave it like it is right here. So we're just going to, now we have it all set up. We're going to hit search. Now, as you see, it gives us a huge list of items to buy from all the various data centers and servers. You can scroll to the right and you can see there's a bunch of different columns, give us extra information than what we already have. Some of these are, in my opinion, more beneficial than the others. And I don't know about you, but I'm not really a fan of looking at like Shouju Flute, saying it's on Balmig Crystal, home server price is 20 million, 13 million is what you can buy it for, and then keep having to scroll to see like all the other information. So best part is that you can move these columns. So like the server that it's on is the most important thing to me. The next thing is I'll put the home server price, which is how much it's selling on my server. And next I'll put the lowest price is what I'm going to buy it from other servers. I'll then put my profit and I'll end up on the main list of being able to see the NPC vendor info. This way I know it can be bought from a vendor. Looking at this item right here, for instance, it looks fishy to you. It's because you can buy it off the vendor for 5,000, and on my server it's selling for $1 million. Now this is kind of fishy to me because usually these vendor orchestration roles only sell for about 40,000 each. So what you want to do is you want to click on item data, and it'll bring up a new menu, and this will show you how often this item sells. It's medium price per unit sold, which is 27.7. The average price per unit sold in the last week, it's sold 29 times and 4 a day. So what we're seeing is that it's selling. Ultros is sold twice in the last week, but it's not selling for $1 million. So you're not going to get $1 million for it. You're going to get closer to 30,000 from what this is showing. So you got to be careful about that. You got to make sure you look at this information. This is a great site. This, once again, it's the item data, and it will show you the price that it's actually selling for. So even though someone listed it for $1 million, they're not actually selling for $1 million. They're actually selling for about 30,000. So when you see stuff like that, you want to check it out. A lot of this stuff I already have memorized because I've been doing this for 2 years. And so I see these like prices all the time. The only time they really fluctuate is when the Mog's Tombstone event. And this is right here is the link to Universalis. So it will show us an item on Universalis. Like for instance, it will show us, right now I only have it set on Primal, but usually I'll have it on America. And it'll show me that it's currently selling for 1.2 million on Goblin. And they've been selling for about 2 million recently on the various servers. So if access to Goblin Crystal would be a great time to be buying this because you can make about 700,000. Now, if you noticed, it's kind of messed up. Everything's like all over the place. What you can do is you can click on lowest price server, and it's going to organize it by server and then data center. I kind of wish that it was the other way around where it put Ether first and then it would put the server afterwards. I'm actually going to talk to the owner about that, fixing that. That way we don't have to scroll from like, because what I would do is I'll go to Ether and Amantois, buy whatever I need to get off of there, and then I'll scroll down to Cactuar Ether, and then keep going to find the next Ether, which is Fairy, and just keep going down all the way through all the Ether that's on this site, buy out all of Ether, and then go all the way back to the top and do it through Crystal and then Dynamis. I'm not sure if the Oceanic servers are unlocked right now. I haven't been paying attention. If they are, I'll do that too. And then I'll finish up by going back to Primal because I'm on Primal, and I just finish up at where I start. And I'll just buy out all the data centers that I can and then come back. If you're looking for quick items to flip, like you want to not sit on this stuff for a week trying to get it set, the best place to look, you can move this closer, is your average sales per hour. Now, the closer it is to 1, or even better, if it's over 1, the further away it is from 1, the longer it's going to take to sell. Now you can see these are probably orchestration rolls. Yep, orchestration roll, and then the ancient one. And then what I would do is that once I finished all these, if I had room on my character and I still had money, I would come over here and do it also with furniture. Now you can see on furniture, it's showing me furnishings, exterior furnitures, interior fixtures, outdoor furnishings, chairs, tables, tabletop, blah, blah, blah. All these items that are used for housing. These items sell, but they usually sell only when people buy houses because people want to decorate their house. So they don't sell as quickly as the other items, but I would buy these if I had room. But useful thing that was brought to my attention is that if you're planning on doing both those searches anyways, you can save yourself a lot of time by just combining them into one by clicking all these, get all them on clicked, garnishing and okay, so I think I clicked everything. So we'll go back here, and this will give me one giant list of items that I can buy. And since I know I have the money for it, I would just go through all this and buy pretty much everything on this list. If a few things look suspicious, I would leave them alone, don't buy them. And then I would just fill up my retainers with whatever I can sell. Usually I want to put the stuff up that's going to sell the highest first, try to get that money back as fast as possible, and just hold on to the other items, either put them on a retainer that I know is just sitting on them in their inventory, or keep them on myself in one of my bags. And when something sells, just replace it with another item and just keep doing that over and over until it sells. Now I will check my retainers prices usually 3 times a day once, first time I get on in the morning, another time halfway through the day, and then right before I decide to log off for the day, I'll do a final check on my prices and I'll just update them. That's all I'll be updating them throughout the day. I won't be sitting at the retainer all day just checking if people are undercutting me. You will get undercut. It's part of the game. You just fix it when you see it and you just keep going on. I don't live on the retainer waiting for someone to underbid me. I just keep doing my day and then I come back and just fix the prices when I see it's underpriced. Yeah, and this is an easy way to make some serious gil. You don't have to do very much work. In fact, you can do this once a week. I usually do it on Tuesdays. I'll do it later in the week if I feel like, if I have room. But I try to do it every Tuesday because that's reset day. So that's when I pull all the money off my retainers so I know how much money I made. And I fill up my retainers, keep them filled throughout the week. And on my challenge of the Rag to Riches, I would say out of the 284 million gil that I made through before Dawntrail hit, easily 225 million of that was just by flipping. I've been flipping for the last 20 years through various games all the way back in EverQuest 1. And I would have killed for a site like this back in the day to help me get this, because back in the day you had to either memorize all the prices for the various big ticket items like this, or you had to make a spreadsheet to keep track of what everything was worth. And it was a lot more work. It took a lot more time to get just a little bit of this effort done. Now all the information is already on Universalis, and they just take that and they put it on the Saddlebag Exchange, and they'll show us what they're selling for and what we can buy them for. And all the real hard work that used to be in flipping is pretty much gone. And I would have loved to have this years ago in WoW or whatever game. And this is also in World of Warcraft if you also play that game. If you are, it's there as well. So this is like the best way to make gil in the game. People will say Blue Mage is every day. No, flipping is the best way to make gil every day because it doesn't take any work. You do not need any gatherers. You do not need any crafters. All you need to do is take a little bit of time. You don't even have to go to every data center. If you are on, let's say, Primal, you can just go to all the Primal different servers and come back to your server and just put them back up again. The more work you put in, the more money you'll make, obviously, but you can do as little amount as you want and you can still make gil this way. I was super stoked when Olivia's video showed me this site, and I've used it ever since. And recently the owner of the site has reached out to me because he's been looking for people to help make how-to videos for his website. And so he's asked me to make a few videos about it. This is one of the ones that I know that I need to make because it's my primary way of making gil. And so I'm always about helping people find the same way that I make gil. And you might be thinking, oh no, this is going to ruin the price. This is everything's going to... No, it's not, because people are lazy. And it's also a small niche of people that will actually do this and go through these, but I enjoy it. A lot of other people do too. If this is what you want to do, this is a great way to make some easy gil. It will not sell immediately, I'll be honest. Some things will, but you're not going to make your money tomorrow of what you put in. It's going to take a few days to sell. Usually what I put up, about 90% of what I put up on Tuesday will be sold by the following Tuesday. There'll be a few things that straggle that do not sell through the week, but most of the stuff that I'll put up will sell. Another reason why I buy so many items is to protect me from people underbidding me way too much. For instance, let's say I buy this conditional virtue for $317,997. So roughly it'll be $330,000 after taxes. I put it up for $488,998. Someone tomorrow puts it up for $300 underneath me. I've lost money off of this one item because I will still underbid them. As I see it, I've already spent the money on this item. Now I want to get it out of my bags as soon as possible. So if I lose money on this one item, but most of everything else sells for what it's showing or pretty close to that, and I still make profit on everything else throughout the week, I will still make money even though I lost money on that one item because I have so many items up. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be a full-time job to be able to sell these things. You just look at it like 2 or 3 times a day, and that's it. The rest of the time you can do whatever you want on the game and just forget about it. Just forget about it. And real quick, before we log off, I want to show you, in case you are not aware, how to switch data centers, because not everybody knows how to do it because not everybody does it. So what you want to do is you want to log out, press start. I'm blind. It's actually darker than it was. They darkened it. That's hilarious. Okay, so what you'll do, you want to right click on your character name, visit another data center. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Okay, so we should be able to go. Can we go to these sites? No, we can't. Okay, I got my hopes up for a second. So we can go to Oceanic. Okay, I was wondering about that. So we'll go to Dynamis and we'll look at Kuchulain. Okay, you just click on it, you just wait, and it asks you to proceed. Yes. And then it'll take about a minute timer to get through this. And listen to Dawntrail song. It usually takes about 30 seconds. I don't know how long it's taking right now because this is Dynamis is the only other server that we can actually go to, so it might actually be kind of flooded. See, it wasn't that long. Never mind. It was only 15 seconds. It's usually quicker than it normally is. Okay. And so now we can go through, we can click on and enter, and we have access to all the Dynamis. Let's just go ahead and do it. So yeah, we enter. Surprise, surprise. 18 people. Oh no. Okay. So we are on Kucha Lane, or how you pronounce it. They love to make things that we can't pronounce very well in this game, apparently. Okay, so yeah, you go to visit another world server, and you can go to each of them. I just go in a straight line down the list, and let's go to raffles. A lot of people here, but I bet most of the people are travelers. Yeah. Oh, there's a sprout. Wow, okay. Another sprout. Of course they're gonna prove me wrong. Anyways, yeah. So we just go here, and then if we want to get back to be able to go to another data center, we would have to log out. So here we are on raffle. To be able to go back to go to another data center, we would have to first return home. You just have to click on it to confirm. Do the same thing as before, proceed, and wait the minute-ish time. And now that we're back on our home server, we can go to another data center. Right now, all I have access to is Oceanic. Let's see. Let's go to Bismarck. Now, sometimes I get this bug that tells me I can't go there. To fix this bug, what you'll have to do is you have to quit out the front to the title screen. You'll click on Data Center. We'll go down to Oceanic. Just click on proceed. All right, so it's put us on Sophia. What we want to do is we just want to go back. I'll go back to Primal because that's my home. Go to North America. Primal. Proceed. Okay, and now it should work where I can be able to go to an Oceanic server. I don't know why it does that bug every now and then, but it seems like whenever I switch to that data center and then I switch back, it works every time. So that's how I get to the Oceanic server. And again, just like before, you go here, you go back, all that fun stuff. And then to come back home, we just return. Okay, so that was an overview of how I flip on this game using the Saddlebag Exchange. Speaking of Saddlebag Exchange, they are currently looking for people that can react to JS devs so they can fix all the bugs that are currently on the site and make it more user-friendly. He's looking for more people that help with that. Also, if you feel like supporting their website, he'd really appreciate it. You can do that through Patreon. And also, he has a Discord where you can ask more questions. There's great information available on the Discord. It's a great community of people that are there to help each other make tons of gil. It's full of like-minded people that enjoy farming gil. So just go ahead and check it out. Like I said, all the links are in the description. I hope you enjoy this video. I'd appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe. These things would help me out tremendously. Let me know what you think. If there's anything that you'd like me to see, I'm going to make a few more guide videos from that website because there's a few more things that I really want to point out that there's there. But I'm also going to make more videos that are not revolved around just Saddlebag Exchange. I just love this site and I figure that it needs the attention that it deserves for what it can do for us. So if there's anything you'd like me to go over and point out that's available in the game or you have questions with, just let me know and I'll see what I can do about it. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.